Welcome back tuning into today's video. We're going to do a 5-day forecast today. Very changeable and autumnal. Few days coming up, going to be really unsettled. And could potentially be very wet actually across parts of central, southern, southeastern England Friday into Saturday. Before I go on with the 5-day forecast, I have to talk about the advertising. There's green keyword ads on my pages at gazworthies.com. If you roll your cursor over green keywords, they'll display ads. But if you click through the word, go to advertise website, and when you do that, you're supporting gazworthies.com. Thanks very much for doing that. The websites we're using today, we've got the radar pitch coming from the UK Met Office. We've also got the charts coming from wetcenter.de. We're using GFS charts and the facts charts today, the human interpretation of the miles by forecast at the Met Office, and also charts coming from the Weather Outlook. You can find the links to all of those websites on my links page. So this is the current chart in terms of radar picture. We've got outbreaks of rain across many parts of central, southern and eastern Scotland, coming down in towards Northern Ireland. Also some patchy rain moving southwards in towards parts of Wales as well. That's a weather system moving southwards. That'll be bringing cloud and rain across many parts of the country through the course of this afternoon. This is today's synoptic pressure chart from the GFS model. Doesn't really look much, but we have got a weather system moving southwards through the country. So I think we're going to find, well, we've had a bright start in the southeast, but I think we're going to find most of that going. It's going to cloud up, we'll have outbreaks of rain moving south across the country. A lot of this rain is going to be light and patchy. There will be some heavy bursts mixed in, always more likely over high ground and around western coast. Brighter skies with a few showers following to Scotland and Northern Ireland. It's going to be quite a cool day today, temperatures below average as they have been for several days already, coming out somewhere around 12 to say 17 degrees. 17 is around 63 Fahrenheit. This is the chart as we move through in towards tonight. We're going to find the weather system coming further southwards across the country and kind of coming to a bit of a standstill across England and Wales. So producing a lot of clouds, some rain up towards midnight, then after midnight I think it'll turn very patchy and light. There'll be mist and low cloud in places as well. This is the facts chart, the human interpretation of the miles by the forecasters at the Met Office. This is for midnight tonight actually, and we see these weather systems across the country. I say much of the rain associated with this will be light and patchy. There could be heavier bursts mixed in here and there, always more likely over high ground. But as we go through the night, the trend will be that the rain does turn lighter and patchy. It's going to be a warmer night than we've had for quite some time, I think, with temperatures probably not getting much lower, around 8 to 14 degrees. And the reason, of course, they've got all that cloud across the country. Now, as we move through into Thursday, well, that first weather system is sort of in the east. It's dying down, but we've got more weather systems coming into where I think we'll start off with a lot of cloud across the country. We'll keep a lot of cloud across many parts of the country through the day, but particularly in the east and the southeast and across the southern coastal areas, we will find the skies brightening through the course of the afternoon with some sunny spells coming through. It could get quite warm in the sunshine tomorrow in the southeast, with temperatures up to maybe 22, that's 72 Fahrenheit. But this next area's low pressure will bring cloud and rain into much of western Scotland, Northern Ireland, parts of northwest England, or northwest England as well, and some of that rain could be quite heavy. Now that weather system is going to be a bit of a nuisance as we move through into Friday because it's pushing across the country, and we've got this trailing weather front there across southern parts of England, sort of strung out. It's not going to be producing too much rain. There will be some rain coming across the country through the course of Thursday night into Friday, but for Friday itself, I think really it's just a very cloudy day across much of England and Wales, particularly in the south. There will be some light and patchy bits and pieces of rain through the course of the day, but generally not amounting to too much. For Scotland, Northern Ireland, Northern England, much of Wales, I think it'll brighten up after perhaps a cloudy start. There'll be some sunshine coming through. It should stay mainly dry in the north. Now what's going to happen is that we're going to get a wave developing along this strung out weather front. A wave is going to develop into an area of low pressure late on Friday into Friday night. Here it comes on fact chart for midnight Saturday morning. A wave developing along the front, producing an area of low pressure. That will pep up the rain through the course of Friday into Saturday. So I think we're going to find much of England and Wales turning wet through the course of Friday night. Some heavy rain will push up from the southwest. Slow moving rain as well, so there is potential maybe for up to an inch of rain across some southern parts of the country. We'll need to watch out. Further north, it's going to be clear and mainly dry for Scotland, Northern Ireland and Northern England. Get quite cold up there with the risk of perhaps some ground frost in the sheltered rural parts of Scotland in particular. Now we go back to the GFS charts for Saturday, and we find we've got an area of low pressure sitting across the southeast. That is the low pressure that's developing along the wave of that weather front. So kind of hard to say what's going on Friday into Saturday, but the idea is that I've got heavy rain pushing up, and as we go into Saturday, much of central, southern, southeast England at risk of some quite heavy and prolonged outbreaks of rain, particularly through the morning, possibly lasting all day in the southeast. Could be a really wet day. I say the rainfall totals could really clock up with that, so there is the risk of some localised flooding. We'll need to keep an eye on it, certainly. Excuse me, the potential for some quite wet weather in the southeast. Elsewhere for Scotland, Northern Ireland, Northern England, much of Wales, eventually into the Midlands and South West England, it should turn mainly dry with some sunny spells, but we do need to keep an eye on that rainfall potential for the south and the southeast. Be really cool and wet where that heavy rain is falling on Saturday, with temperatures probably not much better, around 12 degrees, 54 Fahrenheit. Otherwise, we're around 14, 15 or 16, below where we should be for the time of year. And then look at this as we go through into Sunday. We've lost that area of low pressure from the southeast, but we've got a very deep Atlantic storm system churning away to the north of Scotland. 970 millibar area of low pressure on the 15th of September is very unusual, very unusually deep area of low pressure. For Sunday, it'll be spreading cloud and rain across many parts of the country, or perhaps sweeping cloud and rain across many parts of the country. Would be a better description, really. Tightly packed ice parts, going to be really windy with a risk of gales perhaps in the north and the west. Sunshine and showers following to Scotland, Northern Ireland and Northern England. Some of those showers could get heavy, maybe thundery, with a risk of hail as well. Temperature, well, perhaps up to around 17 degrees in the southeast, well, that rain will rise, but in the north, just 10, 11 or 12 in that very cool northwesterly wind. And as we move through into Monday, well, we're still seeing this northwesterly gale going on across Scotland and Northern England in particular. So showers up there, perhaps merging some longer spells of rain, hail and thunder, and yes, over the Scottish mountains, those showers could turn wintry. For England and Wales, probably not too many showers, because we've got a briefest of transient ridges coming in here, ahead of the next area of low pressure, which will bring wet and windy conditions across the country as we move through into Tuesday. Temperatures on Monday, very disappointing, just around 11 to 16 degrees at best. Finally, having a look at the charts and weather outlook, there's the rain in the north today, but we're moving southwards, I think, through the course of this afternoon. As we move through into Thursday, where we've got the risk of rain in the west, but it's not too bad in the east. I think the skies will brighten after a cloudy start. And then on Friday, well, it's a lot of cloud across the country, some showery bits and pieces of rain as well. And as we go through the course of the day, we're going to find it turns increasingly wet across much of England and Wales through Friday evening into Saturday morning. Yeah, it's going to turn very wet down across England and Wales through the course of Friday into Saturday, with some really wet weather going on into Saturday as well. Finally, we get rid of that rain through the course of Saturday, and then on Sunday we're going to find it turning wet and windy in the north and west, this time with the driest weather in the southeast. That rain will sweep across the country through the course of the day. And as we go into Monday, well, this isn't showing too many showers, but I think there'll be a lot more showers around than this is suggesting. It'll be very cool as well, in a strong to gale force northwesterly wind, and it's going to feel pretty cold and autumnal. So in summary, a very changeable spell is on the way. It's going to be really unsettled. There'll be rain around on many days coming up. Temperatures are going to be below average generally, and just a very autumnal spell. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.